day neighbor, I am so glad you stopped by. Today in my video, I'm going to be talking about planting eggplant. But before we get started, I want to welcome back all my subscribers, and I want to welcome my new subscribers. So let's start talking about eggplant. Eggplant is something that could be an acquired taste. Some people love it, some people don't like it at all. But if you do enjoy it, here are some tips and tricks and hints on how to grow eggplant from seed. Eggplant grows in a tall, angular plant. Therefore, they should be planted 24 to 36 inches apart. So it's a tall plant. Now, improve your planting area, your soil, by adding 2 inches of compost to the area. Put your plants at the same depth that they are growing in the containers if you buy them already in a seedling form. And water well before spreading the mulch. And then plant your seedlings or your seeds and then cover it with some lightly dusted soil and water again. Well, when are we supposed to plant eggplant? It's not something that most people normally plant. Well, when it's 50 degrees Fahrenheit or above, or late spring after the last threat of the frost. It has a long growing season. I start my seeds indoors about 8 weeks before my estimated last frost date. But check your region to see when that might be so you know when to start your seeds. Is it easy to grow? It's possibly, yes. Except for eggplant beetles. That's really the only thing that bothers these little eggplants. They grow well in roomy containers, so you can have a container garden with eggplant, and give them plenty of water. Again, water from the bottom. Try not to get your leaves of any of your vegetables wet. So water from the bottom. Now, do we put this in full sun, partial sun, full sun? Yes, we put this in full sun. They require full sun, at least 6 hours of sun each day. And we were speaking about watering. Water at least 1 inch each week. So you deep water these plants. Don't put a sprinkler on it and for 5 minutes, it's like, okay, I'm done. No, it needs to be deep watered. So when can I expect my first eggplant? 70 days, that's 70 days, after seeds are sown. Whether it's in a small pot and then you transplant it, or if you direct sow into the ground. 70 days. So I have these eggplant plants. How many eggplants do I get off of each plant? You should get 4 to 6 large rounded fruit. It could be more, it could be less. That's just an average. Also, what if I want to enhance the soil and give them a little extra boost? What would I put in the soil? Well, you can use a 10-10-10 fertilizer, or I use a very diluted fish emulsion. I buy it in concentrate in gallons, and I put twice as much water as they say, so it's diluted quite a bit. Now, what else can be planted around these eggplants in the garden? I'm not sure how large your garden is. If you have acres and acres, then you don't have to worry about it. But if you have a smaller backyard garden, you may be concerned what to plant next to an eggplant. You can plant peppers, tomatoes, potatoes, they need a lot of space, and spinach. All of these can be planted near the eggplants. Well, I am so glad you stopped by today. In the comments below, let me know if you have ever grown eggplant. Do you enjoy eggplant? There's so many different varieties. And if you enjoyed the video, give me a thumbs up. And also subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of the other videos coming up. I'm so glad you stopped by, and I wish you great gardening.